Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. This is going to be another Caravan Essential video and will be especially helpful to you if you have never bought a brand new van before. So this is going to be 10 questions you need to ask, and this is all stuff we wish we had known. So hopefully it'll help someone else out wading through the bloody haystack of trying to figure out which van to buy, because it's
never easy.
No. So the first one, actually, we should probably do is the caravan shows.
Yep.
Okay. So the question you should be asking if you are going to a caravan show to buy a caravan is this price legit? Okay. So everyone gets really excited about caravan shows because of the caravan deals.
They are not deals.
I mean, some might be. There could be some. But generally, they're not. So we have been to multiple caravan dealerships on days of caravan shows and had chats to the sales agents. We've had a few of them tell us that the deals at the caravan shows are not legit because of the amount of money it costs them to go to the caravan shows.
Yeah, so in the sales price of when they're selling it to you at a show, they have to include the fact that they had to transport 10 vans over to the show. They have to employ other sales reps, and yes, so all those extra prices, the transport, even paying to have their stall at the show, they add that price onto the cost of the van they're selling at the show.
So we're not saying don't buy a caravan from the caravan show. We're saying you need to go in having done your research. Alright, number 2 is Facebook groups. I was a part of a lot of owners groups when we were deciding what to pick, and a lot of the case that's the way it is. There is a separate owners group and there is a proper one, and you just need to be careful because things do get deleted.
A lot of the posts are sugar coated.
Yes, and I've also found warranty issues get deleted.
Yeah.
So someone will put up, I'm having issues with this, and that will get deleted. Just be aware.
It's very hard to get the honest truth on a caravan and its quality when the dealer themselves are, what would you call it?
Censoring.
Yeah, censoring
what's going on.
What is actually shown about the van.
Okay, next thing we can look at. Who is building my van? You probably think that is a weird question. However.
Yeah. It's definitely not a weird question when you actually look into how many actual manufacturers there are versus how many different brands there are.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of caravan companies do not actually build their own caravans. And this is a perfect example, okay? So we have a Marvel caravan. Marvel is actually built in the Great Aussie Caravan factory, okay? So Great Aussie Caravans build Marvel, Great Aussie Caravans, and I believe they build Good Life, maybe a few others that I'm not aware of. So basically, for example, Marvel, they take your order. They then order it through Great Aussie Caravans, who build the van, slap a Marvel sticker on it, and it comes up here. The van behind it could be a Good Life van. They'll slap a Good Life sticker on it.
It also makes it hard if you have warranty claims, because you have to go through your dealer, but then the dealer then has to go back to the manufacturer.
Yes. So
to then get it fixed.
It's double handling, yes. Whereas caravans like JB,
yeah,
they build them on site from what we've seen.
Yes.
So when you call up JB and you're talking to the warranty department, they're the people making the decisions. You're not speaking to someone who then has to kind of get permission to have it approved.
Yes.
So that's important. What's your next? Okay. So this leads into the warranty phase. So the next question is, can I see your warranty terms? You need to ask this before you sign a contract.
Yes.
Because they will tell you all about how amazing their warranty is, but it's something we didn't think about doing. You don't actually know. There's a policy, right? They can give you a document that outlines all of their warranty terms. The most important thing really is how they're going to fix your van. If you are going to travel full time, you need to be able to have your van fixed no matter where you are. So we have a great warranty for that.
Yeah.
We can be anywhere, and as long as the works are approved and the quote is approved, they don't care who fixes the van, they'll pay the bill. I have seen and met so many other people who their warranty says they will fix the van, but it has to be taken back to the manufacturer at the customer's cost. So I've met people who live in Queensland, they've had warranty issues. The warranty issues have been agreed to get fixed, but they need to take the van back to Melbourne to have it sorted at their own cost. So you think about taking time off work, the travel cost to take your van interstate, all of that.
And if you were to get it put on a truck and trailered down, it's about $5,000 each way to get it transported.
Yeah. And if you are travelling full time, it's definitely not feasible. So check that before you sign off on anything. Next question is, does the warranty transfer? Okay, most vans come with between like a 2 and 5 year warranty, let's just say. A lot of that time, it's not transferable to a new owner, which also happens with cars, I think. So it's not completely unusual. But the other thing is sometimes it's just not the full warranties transferable. So, you know, you could get a 2 or 3 year warranty, but only the first 12 months is transferable if you were to sell it to another buyer. Which
can definitely make it very hard to sell a van if
it's
it doesn't have warranty.
Yeah, if it's only 14 months old and you don't have a warranty to sell with it. So I'm not saying that's a deal breaker, but if you're not planning to potentially have your van for a really long time, or you're thinking, oh, I want to go with this brand because it's got a 3 year warranty and then I can sell it with warranty, it's not always transferable. So just check that.
Yes.
So now we're up to the contract stage. So the first question, can I see the contract terms? We are going to tell you this from experience. When we signed our contract for the van, they printed out a page and they said, here you go, sign here. I actually had to say to them, their terms and conditions. Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. And then they pulled them out for us. And we have heard of that happening to so many people. If you are signing a contract, there will always be at least a page, a little tiny writing with terms and conditions, and you need to get that and you need to read it before you sign the contract. The other thing is, if you have any concerns at all with the terms of your contract, it is not that expensive to go to a lawyer and just have them read over it and tell you if you are protected as a consumer under those contract terms. Next question is, can I make the contract subject to weights? As in weight of the caravan.
Yeah.
This is going to be particularly important if you have a car that has limitations on the towable weight that it can tow, or
on the combined mass.
The combined mass, yeah. So you need to really look into all of those factors on your car before you start looking to start with. Make sure that your car can tow. So you don't want to go and wait your 6 months or whatever for your van, or 12 months, fork out all of this money and then find out that you actually can't tow your van.
And then have to buy a whole new car to go with it.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can actually ask for the contract to be subject to. Now, mind you, the manufacturer has to agree to this. But you could say the caravan needs to have a towable weight of X amount when it's empty, and I need the caravan to come in at this, under this weight.
Yes. You need to have enough payload left that you can actually live in your van, not fill up your water tanks and you can't have any clothes or food in the van.
Yeah, because I just want you to keep in mind that you can get 2 identical vans, like completely identical, from the same manufacturer, sit them next to each other, and they will not weigh the same. One will weigh more than the other, one might have a different towable weight. Sometimes they can be close, sometimes they'll be very different.
Yeah.
And you can't allow for that in the build process. It comes up how it comes up. So if you are very much needing a certain limit, just ask them to put that in, so that way if the van comes in, before you pay for it, you can just get a mobile weigh person to come out. If it's not okay, you can just cancel the contract and get your deposit back. So it's a bit of a stuff around, but
it is. But for the extra $200 it costs to get it weighed, you are then covered under your contract, and you also don't have to then try and on-sell a van that is too heavy for your car, or try and on-sell your car, which is going to probably lose money.
We've been weighed a few times by professional mobile weigh people, and they'll tell you so many stories about people that, you know, they've gone and bought this brand new van, and then realise that their car can't tow it because it's come in heavier than they realised and they didn't know that. The other thing to keep in mind is when they do the compliance plates, the weight that it says the van weighs at the time is not what the van weighs. Because a lot of the time they'll weigh it before the gas bottles are on or the gas bottles are filled, or
they put a toolbox on the back, or a bike rack on the front.
All manufacturers do it differently. I'm sure there are some that weigh it as it is, but a lot of the time it's not. So leading on to that is how much do my extras weigh? Some caravan manufacturers, I know Zone does this. Yeah. I'm not sure. I know there's a few others. I can't remember what they're named. They can actually give you estimates. Zone has a really good estimator on their website where you pick the van, then you pick what extras you want, and it actually gives you a rough estimate of what your van's going to weigh when it's completed.
Yeah.
But, your manufacturer builds enough vans. They should know how much a Caravan weighs or how much, this weighs. So if you are being weight conscious, if you're buying a van and you're only expecting 500 kilos payload from standard, and then you're putting bigger tyres on, you're adding a Caravan, you're adding toolboxes,
extra batteries, all of that adds up and eats into your payload. So you need to do a little bit of research. So if the caravan manufacturer can't help you, that's fine, but you can go online and you can find out this stuff pretty easy. So figure out roughly how much your extras are going to eat into your payload prior to buying a van. Well, we had 1,100 kilos payload on this to start with. When we got it,
that's what we were expecting.
Yeah.
Empty. That's the stats. Came in.
So it was like 230 kilos of extras in the van.
Yeah. I mean, we changed a lot, but, we knew that we kind of had the space to do it because we had 1,100 kilos of payload. But yeah, if we only had a 500 kilo payload standard, we would have wiped out half our payload just with the changes we made.
Yeah, you fill the tank, you can't even put your clothes in the van.
Next question is, can I have that in writing? So anything you get promised before the contract is signed either needs to be in your contract or you need an email from them stating this is the case.
Yes.
Including with that, anything you ask for and they say, oh no, that's standard. Get it written in your contract.
If it's not in writing,
they
can say it's not standard.
So anything at all, just get it put in writing. Last point, and I think we've covered it all off, is can I get a third-party inspection before payment? So when your van arrives at the dealership, you're going to get a lovely phone call to say, hey, it's here, we need payment by this date, you can pick it up on this date. At that point, you can call Caravan Inspector and you can have them come and go over your van. Because what happens is you get to your van and you're so excited, you've got your rose-coloured glasses on, you're not looking at the plumbing. You're not looking at
the finishes. You're not looking at the woodwork behind the cabinetry. You're not looking at any of that stuff. All you're doing is looking at, it looks pretty, and oh, that extra battery I asked for is in there. Yeah.
You actually can really benefit from an inspector coming through and looking at all the things that you don't think to look at. And that also means that anything they find that is wrong with your van will then get fixed before handover. Once handover has happened, any issues you find become a warranty issue. Warranty issues can take months to get rectified. So save yourself that heartache and get it sorted before. And we're back. The GoPro overheated. If you know, you know.
Yep.
Alright, so what we're talking about, the third-party inspections.
Does it look like it's on a lean?
It does. Yep.
There we go.
Better?
Auto gimbal.
Ah, that's better. I was going to say now it looks weird because it's... Anyway, okay guys, thanks for watching. That is our 10 questions that you need to ask before buying a brand new caravan. If that's been helpful to you, let us know in the comments. And if there's any other questions that you think would be helpful, also pop them in the comments, because I think any help we can give people who are doing this for the first time is
definitely worth doing, because
yeah,
it's a big deal to buy a caravan.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
A new home for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you want the process to be as smooth as possible. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yes.
Bye.